push and dip it into the sexy St. Jeff candle. No Buffs is back. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory along with my fellow tribe members, Tree number 1 and Tree number 2. It's Trey Kirby and JD. What's up, trees?
Tree Kirby for today.
Tree Kirby.
Hey, you guys are the best trees I've ever seen in a play.
Never, ever have played a tree. Never. Not once.
No, you're a showman.
Showman. I was the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. Thank you very much.
Big roll. We're here to recap episode 11 of Survivor 45, titled "This Game Rips Your Heart Out." The old Tin Man didn't have one. Shout out to the live tribe joining us right now on YouTube. Take a second, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe. Podcast listeners, leave No Buffs a 5-star rating and review on the platform of your choice. We would appreciate it as we get closer to the end of Survivor 45. Don't worry, Survivor 46 starts like 3 weeks later. But we are breaking down episode 11. Let's jump right into it. TK, it's great to have you back here in the Classic Factory. Night 19 is where we pick up. The unimaginable happened. There's a goddamn party going on that Bruce is gone. He didn't play his idol.
Bye, Bruce!
Yeah, didn't play his idol, and he is going home, and they're going nuts. Like, they were, like, legit
were
having
hyped,
a rave. Poor guy. Had to watch that last night. That
Yeah,
was
it's tough seeing yourself get voted out, seeing an entire season of people saying how much they hate having you around, and then for them to party this hard afterwards. That was like merge feast levels of
Totally.
partying, I thought.
It was almost as exciting as when they were first told their names, the tribe names.
Yeah! Reba!
We're changing our tribe name. Dakawaka gone. We're called No Bruce now.
They changed the sign and everything. Yeah, they were pumped. And then Emily explains how she blindsided Bruce and really made this move happen where he didn't play his idol, and they were eating it up. They were buying it, I believe, and then of course sort of was backfiring at the same time on Emily because Julie's suddenly telling us, well, Emily's threat level just went up. That was a pretty slick move by her.
Yeah. She just didn't trust Bruce, I guess, to spread the word about how she masterminded the whole thing. We worried about that last week.
We did.
Is anyone going to actually know? And obviously she was worried about it too because she decided that I'm going to tell everybody this was me and this is exactly how I did it. And they were all suitably impressed and amazed.
Yep.
And it led to her downfall, ultimately.
Yeah, I think a little bit for sure. This is the tough part about Survivor, though. It's like, on one hand, you got to, like, tell people the things you sort of did to impress them enough to hopefully give you $1 million, but don't tell them too soon or too early because you're going to impress them too much. They're going to be like, oh, damn, somebody's going to give them $1 million. That should be mine. So, yeah, it came back to bite her in the ass.
Bruce party was too much fun. Right? She was hyped. She's like, hey, we're all dumping on Bruce right now? Guess what? It was me that got him voted out. They're like, that's awesome. We love that he's gone. You're next, sucker.
Yeah.
Should have saved it for Final Tribal Council.
Yeah,
If you make it,
exactly.
that's like a perfect time to be like, guess what? Here's a mystery unveiled.
Yeah.
It was me all along.
Yeah.
That's right. And Bruce in the jury going, that's right.
Yes,
she got me.
because that's what we were talking about last week. If she made it there, oh, Bruce could do a good Tin Man. Down at the beach, we got the Reba Core 4 talking about getting to the final 7, having the numbers. They're feeling pretty damn good, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Like, I remember when this first alliance appeared on our screen in Survivor 45, we sat here, and I think it was you, Trey, was like, well, there's no way this lasts. This is Survivor. Like, it lasts 1 week. And here they are, down to the final, 6 now. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I don't know. Does it last through this episode? Kind of. I mean, they're all still
sort
4
of.
there at the end. But yeah, I like this. I liked also Dee and Austin staying up a little bit later.
Oh,
Hanging out.
I mean, they're
Talking about plans for later.
Yeah, some of Austin's plans were watching Survivor.
Respect.
So
Respect.
they are
Why
diamonds. Yeah, Austin-Dee. Flirting. I mean, look, they're flirting while they're looking at the stars, or at least that's what the show's telling us. We get flashbacks to Rob and Amber back in Survivor All-Stars. We're talking 2004 flashbacks here.
What a pickup line. You know, I've always liked those two people that dated on Survivor.
Yeah, and then, of course, if you don't know, they did fall in love and eventually got married and are still together and have 4 kids. And, you know, is that where we're setting up here with Dee and Austin? But they confirmed, JD, to each other that, look, we're taking each other to the final 3.
Right.
What'd you think of the romance, the showmance?
I was moved by it. I was like, I'm shipping these two hard. I like
agree.
them.
So do I.
And, you know, Survivor, the new Survivor, they got new rules. You got to sleep 6 inches apart. There's no cuddling.
Mm-hmm. Great point.
Yeah.
Love finds a way. Love finds a way. If they found a way last year with Matt and Franny, although, you know, they weren't planning their wedding and having 4 kids or anything, but to be like, hey, man, I think I just found my Rob. Oh, hey, I think I might have found my Amber, as you say, Skeets. This is one of the most successful showmances in reality television history.
100%.
Name one that's more successful. They're still together. As you said, they have 4 kids. They both won Survivor separately.
That is amazing. I'd have to check in on Trista and Ryan to see how they're doing.
It's pretty
But
wild.
I was into it, and I like them. I loved the little fist bump, but the lingering fist bump where they just sort of touch and under the stars looking at the Milky Way. I mean, it got me. It got me.
That was beautiful. It was beautiful, those 2 kids.
Oh, and at the same time, I'm like, Austin, you fool.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing, man?
Right.
But, you know.
Well, that's what makes it delicious. Not only if you ship it and you like them as a couple, but like, ooh, who will try and backstab each other?
Right.
Or will they not? And will they be sitting there at the end? Let's go to day 20. We get more Sad Jake. We're on a run of Sad Jake scenes in these episodes. He talks about having received 7 total votes. Katurah saddles up to him, and Jake says, hopefully the apple cart is upset in some way.
Yeah.
And she goes, what?
Yeah.
Sorry? And, you know, Katurah tells him she is down to work with him for these next votes moving forward. So I guess a little pick-me-up there for Jake. But, yeah, we didn't have you here last episode, TK, and there was a lot of Sad Jake.
Yeah.
He's just so frustrated.
You know, I think this is the time of year where people watch Charlie Brown the most between Halloween, Thanksgiving, and the Christmas specials. It's given Charlie Brown watching this guy out there. Very sad sack. He finally gets the numbers on his side now that he doesn't have the numbers. You're right. When he was saying apple cart, I thought he was saying apricot. I could barely understand the words. But he's no longer on the bottom, baby. There's other people that are under the target right now that Bruce is finally gone.
He sure is getting what feels like a final 3 edit that he's there.
Yeah.
And does he get a vote? Maybe. Is he a 0 vote guy at the end? It feels this way, at least.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for our guy, Jake, who is funny television.
He's great. I love the guy. I'm going to miss him. Well, I'm not going to miss him, actually. But I'm going to enjoy these last few episodes with him.
I liked when Julie came down to the beach when it was our 3 lawyers sitting there.
Yeah.
I hope we get the 3 lawyers at the end. I still think it would be so funny.
Yeah.
Julie still hasn't revealed that she's a lawyer yet either.
So,
Which would be, we were saying last week, I think, if it's Jake, Katurah, and Julie, they all know Jake's a lawyer, and then it would be funny if Katurah, let's say, tells the jury at the final 3, I kept this a secret, I'm actually a lawyer. Yeah. And then Julie goes, well, actually, I'm a lawyer too.
Me too.
Because then they would be like, are you guys still lying? Like, well, this doesn't make sense.
point.
That'd be very funny. It'd be just a weird little quirk there.
the
wish I
apple
didn't know
cart
it.
thing.
Yeah, go.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just wish I didn't know Jake's high school GPA.
2.6?
Yeah, because now I can't think about it. Literally every time I think about him. But I guess it replaces worrying about him falling over every time he stands up to walk, which hasn't happened in weeks.
No, I mean, he's gotten some food in him here now.
Yeah.
I
He's
guess
improving.
That's helped.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew he'd get over that.
what were you going to say, though, JD?
Oh, the apple cart thing. I mean, I had the subtitles on, so I
So did
knew
I.
what he said.
Yeah.
But so did Katurah. She said, apple cart. She just didn't get it. She didn't understand the reference, which is fine.
Yeah, because the way he said it, you don't generally hear it said in that order.
I don't want to upset the apple cart.
But that's not what he said.
What did he say?
He just said, hopefully the apple cart is upset in some way.
Oh,
he
yeah.
flipped it to how you
Okay.
usually hear
Right,
the
right.
idiom or whatever.
Yeah. It's not that hard to get. I mean, it's an old-timey saying, there's no doubt. But I was listening to...
But Trey's right. The way he talks with that Boston accent.
oh, yeah.
Very,
There's
you're
no
like,
way.
"Oh,
There's
what do you say?"
hopefully- why would an apricot be upset?
Hopefully it is.
We then get Katurah talking about her family, and we get her backstory, and it is crazy. Mm-hmm. She's taken out of school in the 5th grade because of religion, but really a cult that they're in for years. And then when Katurah turns 13, the leader of said cult is like, well, that's my next wife. And then Katurah's mom, I guess, sort of wakes up, snaps out of it, like, oh crap, we gotta get the hell out of here. And they leave with, what'd they say, like 2 trash bags of their possessions, gone in the middle of the night. And, she goes back to school and then eventually becomes a lawyer. And it was cool hearing her say it's a story of redemption. It's a story of resilience. So it wasn't like a sob story like they have in the past, in which we've had issues with. But it was really neat to learn more about her. But what a crazy story.
Yeah.
That was an insane, unexpected story. It puts a lot of things that have happened this season, I think, into a different light, like her relationship with Bruce as like a domineering older man who's kind of like bossing people around. I think that has some sort of an effect. The way she reacted to getting a letter from her mom,
Yes.
the previous episode puts that into a different light as well. And then the way she was telling it, it was like you're saying, Skeets, like, it seemed like we were getting a sob story that we've heard on Survivor before, but the way she told it and how she's been able to overcome her childhood and then her kind of reintroduction to normal society, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. Agree 100%. I just want to watch a doc about Katurah's life. I mean,
know.
I'm all in on these cult docs these days.
They got you, eh? They're making them left and right here.
Whoa.
Can't keep up with all these cult docs.
Yeah, what was the last one? The Love...
Love is One?
Love is...
No.
Yeah, Love Has One.
Yeah, Mother
yeah.
God. That one on that's on Max
On
or
Max.
HBO. That one's crazy.
That's insane. That's a crazy one. But, I would watch this doc with Katurah for sure.
Well, Katurah is my preseason pick to win this whole damn
Nice.
game. And this was the best. We wondered what would happen after Bruce was gone.
Yeah.
Because that's been her entire storyline. Her trying to get Bruce out
Yeah.
and successfully did, and or is still there when Bruce leaves. And now what? It's cool. Again, I don't think she's going to win this game, but...
Hey, the cloud
was the
has
best.
lifted.
Yes.
The Bruce cloud. Trey made a great point. Domineering guy in her life is now out of the picture. She goes on to become a lawyer. Who knows what she could? She could go
That's
on
right.
to win Survivor.
Story of resilience.
Absolutely.
Do it again, Katurah. Go win this game. Later, day 20. Everyone chilling in the shelter. I think Katurah just lied down. Oh, damn it. Here comes a boat.
She was heated.
And, this boat's like, we need somebody to go on a journey. So you either decide or you're going to rocks, and whoever pulls the green rock is going on the journey. And, Jake says, I think in a confessional, I need to start making moves. So,
Sure do, Jake.
you probably do, man. But he wants to go, but a lot of people feel like they want to go. And so they draw rocks. And Emily pulls the green rock. So she jumps on the boat. And off she goes. And while she's gone, we get Julie and Drew talking about Emily having a chance to build her resume. Here's more talk about this.
Yep.
And how she's, engineered the Bruce vote out, or him not playing the idol at least. And now she's going to do this. And she already won an immunity challenge. So they talk about this. And then Drew tells Julie, want to do something tricky with your idol? Get some clout? Earn some points? Julie, no. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. But, JD, you had been saying it for weeks here on No Bus, and they had kept reminding us on the, last time on Survivor at the start of the show. Remember that idol that Austin gave to Julie way back when? We never saw her give it back. And she didn't.
And she didn't.
And he hasn't asked for it. And it's gotten a little awkward now. It's like I borrowed, or I lended Trey my ladder weeks ago, and I guess it's just gotten to a point where I can't ask for it back.
He
now.
just keeps referring to it as Trey's ladder. It's Trey's ladder now. And it was your best ladder. It wasn't your shitty
It
ladder.
was my best
Your
ladder.
best
it was
ladder.
the one that unfolds and super long.
That's right.
But yeah, this is this is where we were going and where we go in this episode, obviously, Trey, with this idol that Julie has kept.
Weird. Yeah, but to me, like we're gonna answer questions about should have Austin got it back. Yeah, obviously he should have. But the way that Drew approached Julie about it made me feel like they considered these idols everybody's idols in that group of 4, right? Like the way Drew approached her was like, "This one's yours now. So do you want to do anything for it?" She says no, but obviously the answer was really yes. Interesting there. Also, I mean, it was like 12 hours prior that they were swearing on each other that they were going to stick together through the final 4.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying, like, why wouldn't he just ask for it back? It was his idol. He gave it to her. She probably is going to be put in a tough spot and give it back. But I think what you just said is true. It's like, it does become a little awkward after a certain amount of time. Like, we're a core 4 alliance here. Like, wait, why are you asking for it back? That's a little weird.
Should have got it back right away.
Right away.
If you're going to do it. Yeah.
Or at least have, almost the rules to it. I'm giving you this tonight in the morning. It comes back in my bag. Right. But it was like, it was so like, oh, these are all of ours. Like, I'm loosey-goosey with these. Yeah. And then, to give her the best of the best one, where it goes to Final 5 and the amulet one goes to Final 6. Didn't know that.
I don't think that they, at the moment that he was giving it to her, like we see him like furtively shove it in her bag. I don't think he was weighing which one was which.
He probably thought it was coming back.
Well, I suppose there's the assumption, but then also in the heat of the moment, you should be like, okay, I'm going to give you this, but you're going to give it right back, right? That's the only way you can do it. Like that's literally the only way you can do it, because if she comes back from the challenge or whatever, I can't remember where they were. Well, whenever they came back and she ended up being safe, then to say, all right, I want that idol back, but you already have one. And why don't you just let me hold on to it?
Yeah.
I'm still in danger here. What's happening here? Am I next? So it's almost impossible. There's almost no point where you can do it without having awkwardness or create suspicion.
Julie says, Drew, I believe, says Julie is Gollum hanging on to Austin's idol. It's her precious now. And then we get Dee and Julie talking about how sort of shady Drew is being. He's being a little strange. And the two of them, the women, start formulating a plan to plant a seed about Emily. That's where that scene sort of leaves off. We go with Emily to the journey. There's not a lot to this one. There's a sign that says trek down the beach, or trek down the coast to make a decision. Good luck. And we get a little flashback of Emily's story in the game and how she started out so aggressive and confrontational with Bruce and all of that, and how she's grown in this game and her story arc. But she gets to this puzzle that we've seen before. You even looked up the name of it, and it's impossible to pronounce.
Just as hard to pronounce as to solve. The Big Noti, maybe.
Big Noti?
Yeah, it's
Big Naughty?
Who knows? But it's
Bagueuenaudier.
Yeah.
It's French for time waster.
Oh, okay.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
Oh, wow. I thought you were joking. Okay. French for impossible.
Yep.
French for don't do it. It's a puzzle, I guess, that many have tried. We've seen this on Survivor before, and no one has successfully done it. Everybody's failed. She seems to know that. And she would, if she wanted to do it, she would have to risk her vote if she got it wrong or didn't solve it in time. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I have a theory.
My vote's everything.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
This puzzle was at the, what is it called? At the beginning of the season, the brawn or the sweat.
Sweat versus savvy.
Sweat versus savvy, where they had to do them both. Both teams attempted to do it. We didn't see them attempt it at all on camera. These are 90-minute episodes. Mm-hmm. So they came back and was like, that puzzle was impossible.
You're talking about when they were carrying all the logs.
Yeah.
That they also had to do this?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So what's the theory here? That we didn't see it.
Smash cut to last night. We didn't see. She decided not to do it. I think this is what I want to happen. This is a theory I have. No fire this year. It's this puzzle. Shows up. Final Tribal Council. And you got to figure it out. You got to do it. Because they've shown they're already sort of, preluding to fire. We see we've seen them practicing for fire, and there's still 2 episodes left now.
Yeah.
And so with 3 episodes left, we still see them. We're already seeing them practice for fire. What if there is no fire? What if that's the twist, and we see this puzzle? Oh, I love it.
Interesting. I don't, fun little theory. You are right. I'm looking it up. Yeah, they had the sweat and savvy, and they both completed the sweat portion and both failed the savvy puzzle. I actually didn't remember that it was this weird thing.
Yeah.
Sweat and savvy.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have no idea how to do it. It looks complicated. I wouldn't have done it either if I were her. But I do want to see it get solved.
Yeah, I think, was it Carson, who was the puzzle master,
Yeah.
right? He was building his own puzzles before he went on Survivor.
Yeah.
Was that last season?
Last season,
Yeah.
yep.
I think he has shared, there's a little video that he shared on Twitter
okay.
that you can see how to figure it out. Even watching the video, I was like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Hold on. I go over and then under, and then, it's like, it's tough.
Yeah. And
Especially against a clock.
the little hourglass seemed to be like 3 minutes
Yeah.
or whatever it was last time. So she never would have. She was smart not to do it, I think. Here's another moment where we need mini Jeff, because I fucking hate it when they do a very good job of cutting to her interviews, describing what happened. But when she's in front of the challenge going, you know what, heavens, I'm not going to do this puzzle because my vote is my life. So I'm just not going to do it. Turn around and walk off the beach. You know what I mean? Put Rick Devens in there. Let him be like, okay, so you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're used to having somebody take us through challenges. It doesn't have to be Jeff. So either make it Jeff or, bring in an intern, somebody from the dream team, I don't know, a sidekick.
But bring in an intern, then we're going to have to get the backstory, sob story from the intern. Oh, man. I know. It's obviously a producer standing off camera going, hey, Emily, talk me through why you're not going to do this.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It just always looks weird to me.
I wrote in my notes here when she decided that she wasn't going to do it. I did think the right decision because I don't think she would have solved it because it looks damn tough. But everybody was convinced no matter what happened, she's coming back with something. I was like, she better go back to that beach, dump her bag out, strip down to her skivvies, and be like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
In the end, it seems like she did. I mean, she seemed to convince them, I think.
Right.
Nobody was like, oh, she's got something.
Yeah, no, Dee definitely was.
Well, Dee was suspect, but...
I mean, here's the thing. She's like, oh, I got the green rock. I can't catch a break on this show. It's like, you just caught a break. Everybody wants to go on this thing. So don't go. Just don't go.
You think she
went?
Yeah.
She could have said
to be going. I didn't think.
What?
You think she
No.
could have said she draws the green rock
Yeah.
and goes, I don't want to go. Jake, you want to go?
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
throw it to him?
Just toss it to him.
Huh. I mean, yeah, I think Survivor would love that if that happened.
Totally.
I hadn't really thought about it. I'm like, nope, the rock says you have to go.
Right. And then hindsight 2020, I mean, she should have done. She should have tried at least.
Yeah,
she probably could have
hindsight,
figured it out. And her losing her vote wouldn't have mattered because everybody voted for Julie anyways, except for Julie, who voted her out. So,
well, super hindsight is do it. Whether she fails or not at it, come back and say, nailed it.
yeah.
Got an idol.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then people are going to say, let's see it. Nah, I don't want to show you.
Yeah.
Just play, bluff.
But would she have even gotten an idol? Because she could have just said, I'm safe tonight.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
idol. I'm
Right.
safe.
That's
the
would have
play.
been smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I did it. I'm safe. So
Yep.
good for me.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
Okay.
Take it one step further. Get to the challenge. Say, sit up. I'm good, Jeff. I'm good.
Whoa.
That'd be intense.
Probes.
Be a move.
I'm not clipping in. I don't need to run this. I'm good. Well, back at camp, we do have a shot of Katurah and Jake practicing fire.
Right.
This is the first time I feel like we've gotten a shot of someone actually practicing for the final four fire.
A shot, yes. We have heard of about Julie's savvy at making fire, but yes.
Yes. Even in this episode, we hear that. Drew saddles up to Katurah and Jake, and throws out the idea of voting off, Dee or Julie. Just seeing what they think about that. Katurah talks about to us coming out of the shadows a little bit, playing a little bit bolder. Lots of talk now about the people you don't want to sit by at the final three. This is where this game really pivots into like, okay, a lot of talk about getting there. Now it's like, I want to get there, but who do I want sitting beside me to help my chances? Katurah and Austin talk about how Mama J, loved by all, she is a huge threat. They really, truly, but I mean, I think she is. She's done really well in challenges. She seems very well liked. Is part of course, a good, strong alliance. Maybe the people, she's even done some good jury management an episode or two ago when she was almost like feeling the weight to voting out Kelly and voting out Kendra. So they believe it. Do you believe it? That Mama J, huge threat to win this game, and they're right to think that.
I think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because I actually felt like Julie was number 4 of the Reba 4 heading into last night. But they keep talking about how you can't have somebody in the final tribal council whose nickname is Mom, which, respect. I guess that means that everybody likes you.
Yeah.
But also she didn't have a move to her name, really, until Austin gave her the best move of the season. So now she is a major threat. They made her a major threat by coming after her and missing.
JD, you agree, disagree?
I agree with Trey.
I don't think I would have had her 4th. I just don't think they love Drew as much as they probably love a Mama J.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the strategy of how they've gotten there at that point until that last play, that's probably true.
I also wonder about how much the jury, every time we sort of get a shot of the jury every time she does this sort of Survivor's hard to play, and I've given myself permission to play and stuff like that. There was a shot of Kendra turning around and rolling her eyes to the rest of the jury. So, yeah, I mean, she seems well liked, and but I don't know.
Austin talks to Drew about the Reba 4 sort of blindside plan here, but he wants Emily before Julie. This is a big part of this episode. It's like, what's the order of this move here if we're doing this? Are we just going to go Emily first? Are we going to go Julie and really break up the core 4? Drew tries to persuade Austin that Emily is the more tractable number. That's what he says. They seem cool with voting Julie out, but if they blindside her, they know, well, we're blindsiding Dee then too. That's the hold up here. With getting rid of Mama Julie, that means we're really pissing off Dee. And I'm in love with her.
That's what it came down to. Yeah. That's 100% what it came down to.
And right at this point of the episode, we do learn, officially, Austin gave Julie the more powerful idol there. The amulet one that he has lasts to the final 6. The one he gave Julie lasts to the final 5. And this idea, this concept of, asking for the idol back. And can you? Is that just going to raise a red flag even more? You just, let it chill? Emily tells everyone the truth about what went on at this journey, and she tells them the truth, but yes, you said it, JD, Dee calls bullshit.
Yeah.
She was very skeptical about it. Drew tells Emily that Julie wants her gone, but hey, it's okay. They want to vote Julie instead. And then everyone is telling Emily about the plan to target Julie. I know that may have gotten a little confusing, but it was. There was a lot.
There was a lot going on.
A lot going around here, and this fracturing between the Reba 4 and where Emily plays into it, and whether they're folding in these other two, and the order of proceedings is what they were really getting hung up on. Are we gonna do Julie now, or are we gonna just do Emily? And if we're doing Julie, are we telling Dee? We can't tell Dee; she'll be pissed in all this.
Yes.
Day 21, and I wrote in my notes here. Oh my God, there's only 5 days left.
Yeah.
For those people out there. Immunity Challenge, untangle a rope, get through these obstacles, throw some sandbags at blocks, and solve a puzzle. What'd you think of this one, guys?
I don't know how you have to go back multiple times for more rope. Big week for ropes, but Jake went back 3 times.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, man, 2.6.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you go
3.0, you're only going back once.
Yeah, when you go back, if you have to go back, I'm with you. Just maybe do it all when you're back there.
Yeah.
Like go overboard if you have to.
Go overboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he kept going back. I love the concept of it though. I think it's fun to know, well, how much do I need, really?
Yeah. And then you risk it. If you risk it, you risk it. But yeah, exactly right, Trey. You go back and you get the all of it.
And look, I'd like to think I'm maybe smarter than a 2.6, but I believe in the heat of the moment, I would have forgotten I need enough rope to when I miss or I hit the blocks and
Yeah.
my sandbag goes past it, I got to get there too.
Yeah, and
Because I would have only thought up until that. Right?
Oh, totally.
and also to grab the pieces of the puzzle because that's what they were, right?
Yes. The,
So
the
you
blocks.
so the blocks, I would have that would have never occurred to me. So
But I would have
be
gone back once, and I'd like to think I would have just gone
Yeah.
overboard with all the rope.
You don't want to go back a second time.
No.
Definitely not.
No. They're playing for a reward, Probst tells us, a do-it-yourself barbecue back at camp. Mm-hmm. We didn't see a single shot of them firing up this barbecue.
It's in my notes. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I was literally curious. So are they just going to do it over a campfire? Is it, what are we talking, Weber over here? Like, we got to get propane?
It's just right to them eating.
Just them eating. But I didn't even see a
I
barbecue.
didn't see a barbecue at all.
Same.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see those burgers raw. Because those are big burgers.
Because when Probst says do-it-yourself barbecue,
Yeah.
that means we're firing up some raw meat.
I think you're grilling.
Is he meaning you're going to just build your own burger? Is it possible that's what he meant?
Well, what do you mean?
Well,
like,
cooked meat,
like
You
put, the
put your
patties
lettuce together.
Yeah.
No. I'm not. I'm not talking about doing the ground beef. I'm saying
Are you
cooked burger. There's lettuce. There's onions. Build your own burger.
Yeah.
Was the do-it-yourself part of the barbecue?
Oh, that was what it was.
I don't know.
It was like a buffet. The buffet is open, guys. It's build your own burgers.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I wanted to see like a Sopranos scene with all the guys
Yeah,
around the
totally
grill,
flipping.
you know,
Yeah, having a
poking
beer.
out. Yes,
Yeah.
Cue the Kenny Loggins. Let's do this. Re-rack it. What do you
Yeah.
say? Like, run it again.
Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing sequel to Guys Night, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as
exa-
much flexing. At one point, Austin is just eating big pieces of lettuce. I totally related to that one. Like, you go on vacation, you're just eating any food. It doesn't matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You get home and you see a vegetable and you're like, green? I'm sure that's what it was like for him in that moment. I don't
Totally.
care if there's just a sprig of romaine there. I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Back to the actual challenge. Drew's length is actually helping him out. Because he probably could have had some more rope there, but he was like, go gadget arm.
Yeah.
You know, he's a long, lanky guy. He was grabbing some of those sandbags. I think that's why he was also throwing them so funny. Because he didn't want to whip them
Didn't want 'em
like
go
he did at
far.
the beginning, and they went
Right.
sort of far. And then we get to the puzzle part. Sort of blew my mind how they had to build this thing.
Yeah.
It was like, Probst, you didn't say this part at the beginning. They had to build the word in an arch.
Arch, yeah.
And like holding it, like that looked tough.
I thought it looked cool.
It
was
look-
great.
It looked very cool.
And then add to the complication of it has to read both on the same side. And I kind of didn't even get that. Like, how does it not read the same? I guess
because there's so
the
many
letters,
yes.
yeah. Okay, I get it now.
I mean, Probst was trying his hardest to tell Austin, it's gotta read on both sides. It's gotta read on both sides. And tricky puzzle, no doubt. Austin can't get both sides correct, and Drew pulls it off. And Drew, Nora, my wife, says, he just turned into Napoleon Dynamite. And I was like, I
Totally.
can't unsee it the way he reacted when he won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he has a Napoleon reference later. Wow.
I wonder if he had tater tots at the barbecue. In his
Do you
pocket.
think he was actually talking about Napoleon Dynamite with that story?
not Napoleon.
not Bonaparte?
So yeah, guys' night 2.0. Drew picks Jake and Austin to go on the barbecue. The girls are having a spa day. Katurah notes they don't have anything to talk about strategy-wise because it's sort of awkward. 'Cause it's is it going to be Emily? Is it going to be Julie? It's a little weird. So they talk about their buffs. Made in Spain.
Just reading. Just reading.
Yeah,
the
just
only words
reading
they
the
can
buffs.
find.
I love scenes like this though because it does remind you of just how much downtime there is.
Totally. And the awkwardness of there's two strategies at play, and
Yep.
they can't talk about it. So, what's those made in
It's
Spain?
Like
what do you
literally
know?
talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Like, can you? Yeah, they were. Didn't they say like, oh, where'd the sun go?
Yeah.
They're talking
Yeah.
weather, just
Yeah.
reading their buffs. Amazing.
None of those women had to fart. That past 10 minutes for the boys. They might not have had anything to talk about either. They were farting up a
It would
storm.
have been
Should've
so
been a
funny if they had
jacuzzi
done
in that
the
ocean.
women version. Would have been amazing. Boys gobbling down those fat burgers. Drew and Austin talked to Jake about who to vote for. They seem to they seem to agree on not voting out Emily
Yeah.
when they're having all the barbecue there. And the first real talk happens here about Julie being quite good at the fire making challenge. So there you go, JD. They bring that up.
Yeah.
And I think Jake asked them, though, are you guys concerned about telling Dee early, though, for this Julie plan? And they're
Right.
like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real hang-up here.
I found it annoying. I don't know if Drew and Austin found it annoying, but Jake he almost turned into a man all of a sudden when we're talking strategy. Well, so who we thinking about over here? You know, like, it's like, well, you're just going to vote who we tell you to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were, make it seem like, okay, yeah, you're part of this. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You want to be part of this, big man? All right, that's fine. We'll talk about this as though you actually have a say here.
He's tired of playing tree number one. He wants to play mobster number one.
Yeah.
Henchman number one.
I loved it.
Yeah, boys come back. Drew gets into the fetal position.
Right away.
Yeah, I will say, Nora again pointed out when they were eating those burgers, and those were big-looking burgers.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
they cooked them or not, we're not sure. But she's like, oh, that's going to hit. Oh, that's going to be rough on their stomach.
Bruce mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
The original
OG
Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
OG Bruce, that's right. So Austin, in a confessional, he is freaking out about telling Dee about the Julie blindside, and then we get the two of them talking, and I absolutely loved this exchange. I wrote it down. Austin says to Dee, there's a strong movement against her. Dee says, against Emily? Austin says, against Julie. Dee says, no. Oh, man. I thought it was so good.
It was like a breakup scene.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so tense.
It was so
There's a strong movement against her.
Yeah, he did without saying her name. That's why she's like, who are you talking about?
It was so great with the drone shot and the lightning in the air, and then the thunder. It's goddamn Shakespearean. I loved it.
Yep, day 21. I wrote stormy times here. We come back, Dee and Austin discussing the Julie move. And it's like, why is Emily not an option right now? And then, of course, what happens? Dee tells Julie everything that Austin has just told her. And they seem to come up with a quick plan here. It's like, you're going to play your idol. We're voting out Emily. But this is going to be an acting job. I'm writing your name down. I can't wait to see what happens at the start of episode 12.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are they going to, like, fake fight?
They got to throw down.
Yeah.
Fight. But yeah, JD here, this sick scene, sick music, sick setting with the storms coming in here, and just Julie with Emily and Jake there in the shelter. Would Katurah write Austin? We get a crack of thunder. And then Julie leaves and Drew sits down and he's like, we're still on the same page. And Emily spills the beans to Drew about what just happened with Mama J. And then Dee tells Julie that Austin is her number one. I mean, it was like, what is everybody doing here? There's a lot of like sort of bad plays, I thought. Just sharing a little too much in the case of some of these people.
The one that stuck out the most to me was Dee telling Julie that Austin is her number one.
I know.
To her face. I was like, that's why I was like, oh, Austin's going home for sure if he doesn't play his idol.
Same.
So I'm still kind of shocked
Exactly
that wasn't the
the same.
case. But like, when you get told you're number three here,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter, I don't know. That was surprising.
Yeah, thoughts on all that there, JD?
I agree. I thought for sure Austin was going home. I wanted her to just target Austin. I loved how angry she was. I loved the whole, like, well, if she basically tells him that she's going rogue. So it's just awesome. And I literally had no idea what was going to happen. That's what you want in Survivor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like going into Tribal Council, and then when we get into Tribal Council, it's still dripping with tension. The right questions were being answered. You know, like it was just right. It was just felt like the climax of the whole season, really. But then it kind of.
But then it goes. Well,
it's like, well, okay, fine, all right.
Yeah, Emily. Okay, bye. Which,
Which
I mean, looks like a good player, and we just talked about, like, they obviously saw her as a threat.
Totally,
and, like,
yeah.
if she's there, she could win. They're going through these ideas, and, like, I know we have a question in Tree Mail about Caleb being there and how well he probably could have helped Emily if he's, like, going to bat for her. But anyway, yeah. I mean, JD, I was like, do it, Julie. Do it.
Same.
Last episode, I said, remember when we were saying the next time on Survivor, I said, I think they're showing us that shot of Julie with the stick in her mouth.
Yeah.
I think she's the
the
mob queen. She's the one calling the shots.
Yeah.
And it would have been so perfect if she had used Austin's own idol and voted his ass out. But, yeah.
I mean, we wanted it, but would that have been the right move? Well, it would have been right for us. It was just been so entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the complete implosion of a power alliance. Like one of the strongest alliances we've seen in years. But, they lived to see another day. I think if she knew how many people were voting for her, she would have gone for Austin, I think. I don't think she realized.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Did she realize?
I thought she did. I thought she did.
I guess she did.
There's a strong movement against her.
I mean, when Dee is voting for her.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
And I think so. I think the big thing is here, like, is how much is Austin in on all of this?
Right.
Because obviously she didn't vote for him and could have.
Yeah.
Could have sent his ass home.
Yeah.
And obviously he's tight with Dee and has told Dee everything, and then Dee has told Julie everything. But like, did they not show us scenes of the three of them talking through this?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, why would Austin? Why would you want that idol first off? I mean, the idol's gone. I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that protection now. Anyway, Tribal Council, talk about whether the game gets harder or easier. Some differing opinions on that.
Both. Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah. A lot of talk about, is there talk, I guess Probst is asking about idols and advantages being played. He's setting us up here. Mm-hmm. I just wrote in my notes, ricochet vote is one of my favorite terms on Survivor. I feel like that's like fairly new in the lexicon over the last couple of years, or maybe even this season. Ricochet vote after somebody plays an idol, and it's like, oh yeah, who catches that stray? Everyone goes up, everyone votes for Julie. They show us everyone voting for Julie. Yeah. Sort of an interesting edit, because then it's like, okay, they're not going to show us who she's voting for. And we also don't know, is Austin going to play his idol, which it sounds like you thought he was going to as soon as she played hers.
He said that's what he was going to do.
Yeah. I can't believe he didn't, which again makes me think he
knew
something more. Yeah. But Mama J plays her idol, and then we find out who she voted for. She votes for Emily. No. And Jake, while Emily leaves, says, "There goes a badass," which is what I've titled this podcast. Whoa, there goes a badass. Thoughts on this move? I know we'll get to a bunch of these questions in Tree Mail, but before we do, what'd you think of TC there last night, TK?
Well, I was sad to see Emily go. She had a good story, but she also kind of got a free 18 days of being on Survivor. She was supposed to be the first one to go until Hannah engineered her own quit.
That's a good point.
So a pretty solid run for Emily. I just can't believe, though, that they were happy, even knowing that Julie has an idol, they were happy to just all pile on her. Why didn't they split it or anything? That didn't make sense to me either.
I know. Yeah. I know. It's a little perplexing, and again, I feel like there's something we're just not being shown here. Is my gut, but who knows? She gone. Do you think she'll be voted brought back, Emily?
Emily?
Returnee?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I think we've seen her journey. Her Survivor journey, it was perfect. I mean, it would have been perfect if she had won, but like Trey said, she dodged a major bullet by what's-her-face quitting. Hannah quitting, and just the arc of her season was an absolute joy to watch. I don't think she has anything more to say. I think she's going to go down as one of the more entertaining players ever to play the game. So other than to come back and win $1 million or in an All-Stars, I don't see why you would bring her back. Not in the way that like Bruce was brought back,
Well, a little different circumstances, but yes.
But you know what I mean?
I actually agree with you too. I mean, I don't think I'd be upset if they brought her back.
No, not at all.
She is a good game player, and she is a fun television. But you're right, she sort of already got like the arc that a lot of people hope for. The arc that a lot of people get when they come back for a second time, how it changed them and stuff like that. And she got it within 11 episodes. So. Yeah, we will see. Let's take a break. And when we come back, lots more to talk about episode 11 when we get into Tree Mail. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, Shopify, my old friend. I mean, really, our old friend. We used to have a Shopify store before getting with our new t-shirt retailer, who is actually our actual friend. Had to help our friend. But we do miss Shopify. It's so easy. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 36%, check that stat, better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic. This is interesting, your AI-powered all-star. And December is the perfect time to shop on Shopify if you want to request Jimmy Butler's Big Face coffee hat for Christmas. Like I just did. You see that? That's how you do it. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/nodunks, all lowercase, shopify.com/nodunks now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/nodunks.
All right, here in the Classic Factory, before we get to Tree Mail, the live tribe chiming in with great comments. Sarah says, Emily said in her exit interview she doesn't want to come back. Neil says, Omar was on the Rob Has a Podcast post-show, and he was saying, we probably know Emily more than most finalists.
I think that's fair.
Great point. And then there's some people like Jay upset that Emily is gone. That's who he was rooting for. And the only thing now worth rooting for in this show is the showmance itself between Dee and Austin. Jay is cheering for love.
I'm cheering for love too. The Emily was my last sort of. I always glom on to somebody, and as they go, but I'm with him. I'm not passionate about any of these people really, except love.
Love is good.
Wow. So you're hoping at the final,
Yeah.
that Austin gets down on one knee and offers a ring to Dee? I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe he'll offer to bring in more champagne and pizza. For my girlfriend, Dee!
We're officially BF and GF.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get to some tree mail here. Yeah, okay. First one, more about Austin and Dee here. XVR tweeted in, was Austin telling Dee about the plan the most boneheaded move in recent history? I don't know why, but it aggravated me to no end. All right. XVR upset that Austin did spill the beans there to Dee, who was, of course, going to tell Julie. I mean, he has to have known that. That's the part.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, did Austin telling Dee, is that ultimately what saved him, you know?
Yeah, right.
From maybe from Julie's perspective, they were going to blindside me, but he told my number one and kept me around. Ergo, I will keep him around, and he will be thankful that I saved him, and now he's a number for me. Because I think it's flipped, the power dynamic. I think the girls, and specifically Julie and Dee, I guess you could go either way. They're definitely ahead of the boys from the Reba tribe right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What do you got on this one, JD?
I agree with Trey. I also think it was personal. I don't think he could have. He couldn't handle the storm because he loves this girl. He loves her.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to blindside a close alliance. I mean, I don't know if he loves her, but he's definitely got something going. He's friends with her. They're close, and she would have felt extremely betrayed. And I think that colored his vote. Like that colored his not his vote, his reason for telling her.
Okay.
He just couldn't live with it.
Lisa wants to know, why didn't Austin ask Julie for his idol back the day after he gave it to her? And why did he let his feelings for Dee affect his gameplay? Well, you already answered that.
Yeah.
Love. Lisa. Do anything for love. But yeah, we already talked a little bit about the mistake probably being how he handed over the idol.
Never got it back.
And didn't have rules in place to get it back. And then it got too awkward and he couldn't ask for it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he left a pair of shorts over at somebody's house and then they broke up. Like, those shorts belong to the other person now.
Yeah, it's-
Sorry.
It's just an unwritten rule. You got to get new shorts.
Yeah, but
gotta get new
the
shorts.
shorts can't be used against you, even after you've broken up,
a good point.
It's like, you want them back? Okay, fine. But, you want the idol back? It's like a loaded gun you're giving them
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
It's different. So, yeah. You can't erase suspicion in these situations. You can't upset the apple cart. You know what I mean?
I do. Apricot?
The apricot gets very upset, and all hell breaks loose.
This is a fun question from Dougie G, who comes through with always great questions. Jeff gives you the shillelagh of time. Season 41.
back.
Yeah, that's right. Erica smashing that thing in season 41. If you flip it, the people currently on the jury are back in the game, and the people currently in the game are on the jury. If you don't flip it, the game stays as is and moves forward. Do you flip it? To this, I say, why are we flipping it? Are we smashing it or not, man? It's a shillelagh of time.
Yes.
Give me the hammer. Let's go. But you get the premise here. Do you wish, as a viewer of Survivor 45, JD, we'll start with you, that that you could take all the people currently on the jury and flip them with everybody left in the game, and that maybe we'd be set up for a more entertaining end of the season? Or no?
All right, remind me. We got Kendra, we got Caleb, we got
Kelly.
Kelly,
We got Bruce.
we got Bruce.
And we have Emily. It's pretty good.
I'm smashing it. I'm smashing it.
Smashing that shillelagh.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. If I actually had the power, I wouldn't do it because it's unfolded the way it's unfolded. That's Survivor. But I would have preferred to have those people be the finalists than the people who are. But that's often the case,
Yeah, true. Because it turns out those people that go to the jury early are like big threats.
They're
and
big
everybody's
threats.
like,
Good
God, they're
players.
better than all of us. We need to get them out of here.
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right.
Would you be smashing away?
I wouldn't smash it.
Respect.
I don't
Right.
want Bruce back. He's had enough time. We're good on Bruce. So stay over in the jury.
Okay.
That guy got sent home with an idol in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dumber move than anything Austin did.
Yeah.
Well, that would. But you with Bruce, you get Emily, and you get Kelly, and everybody else. I mean, you take the good with the bad, Trey. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Bruce outweighs it for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is only a question because people don't like alliances, man. Like strong alliances that actually can keep their shit together here.
Exactly. That's how you stay in the game,
It's
though.
like I almost think it's more impressive in today's Survivor that they're still here. I
Yeah.
almost start to applaud it. I understand you may go, that's not the greatest television in the world, but I think we're setting it up. They're turning on each other already, though they didn't ultimately last night.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome. That would have been amazing if Julie had done it and voted Austin out. But I don't know. I like seeing alliances that actually can stick together.
Persevere. Yeah, of course.
Because we don't
it's
get
hard.
it. We don't get it all the time. That's
right.
If we got it every season, then yeah, it'd be something else.
Yeah.
But
I mean, imagine if we.
An alliance won the last season of Survivor. Tika 3, Jam, Carolyn, and
Yeah,
Carson.
true.
They
Yeah,
made
true.
it to the final four, and
Right.
then Carson was out at fire making.
yeah, that's
So
a good
maybe alliances are the way to go.
point. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Paul says, relating to last week's episode, if you could pick 3 former castaways to have a boys' day with, who are you picking? I love this.
That's great. That's
3 former castaways to have a
man.
boys' day with. Trey, do you have a list?
I got a list. I got a deep list, but my top 3
Okay.
guys would be Tyson.
Yeah, everybody's gonna have Tyson. JD, you got Tyson. I know you do.
Yeah. But I won't take Tyson because we'll
Okay.
draft style it.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Number
Yeah,
one
yeah.
pick to
Nice.
TK Tyson because we all would have taken him number 1. You have the next pick here.
Okay, so you got Tyson?
Yeah.
Give me Jam.
Wow.
Ooh, I like it. Oh, I like Jam.
I'm having a boys' day.
Yeah?
Give me Wendell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
was
was
on
very
my
high
list
on my
for
list.
sure.
Yep.
He was number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Jam, who I would have loved to have Jam on my team. Instead, I'm going with Rick Devens.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Good
Chatty
pick.
guy.
Good pick. All right, you're up.
Okay. You know what? Give me Austin from this season.
Wow.
Yeah. Austin.
Okay.
I feel like he'll keep us eating healthy.
Oh, but boring.
Austin, he wasn't even flexing.
Yeah, I know, man. Okay, who did I pick? I picked Wendell. Let's get the band back together. Give me Dom. Me, Wendell, and Dom. I got one more. Who you got?
Still my all-time favorite Survivor. I knew nobody would pick him, so I could save him for my last one. Season 1, Greg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Call him on the coconut phone. Come on back, buddy.
That's good.
Yeah.
You?
Give me Boston Rob. Why not?
Boston Rob.
Yeah. I don't know. He's fresh on the dome.
Sure.
He seems like a cool guy to hang out with, I guess. Got an eclectic bunch over here.
Yeah, you really do. Wow. Who do I go with my final pick? I want to go weird pick here. I'm going the Iceman. Give me Brian from Survivor 4. Just because he's all called the Iceman. I mean, we got Top Gun playing. sort of works.
Yeah, of course.
Love that question. Great question,
Yeah,
Paul.
it's a great
That's really good.
Our boys' day, drafting our teams.
I
Final
like
one.
Rachel's comment. No one's picking Roxroy for boys' night. Oh. That's all he wanted from Survivor.
Yeah,
Roxroy was cool. I'd hang out with Roxroy.
I wonder, really, who are the most, would crush beers and just are the most manly men ever to play Survivor, right?
Yeah.
Tom Westman? I don't know. He's a fireman.
Yeah.
What
Jeremy.
about Jeremy would be good. What about Nick Mariano? Weren't they with who were the Brochachos?
I know Brochachos. Yeah.
I know
The mayor of Boomtown, that guy.
Christian Hubicki was one of them, but he's not really a crushing beer type of guy. But
I got the answer. It's Twyla. I'm thinking Twyla, man. If we're just crushing beers and hanging out, shooting the shit. Oh, good stuff. Okay, final one here from Toby. As a Survivor fan who started with the new era, if Emily actually had made the final 3, would there have been a better person than Caleb to convince the jury why they should vote one way or another? I think there's a lot of truth to that. I almost wonder how much that played into we gotta get her the hell out of here because of her link to Caleb. Maybe that's a bit of a reach, but I would have. Look, there's no one I would want more going to bat for me on the jury than Caleb, I think.
Emily said one of her biggest regrets in the game was when they merged, she distanced herself from Caleb so that people would not think that they were a pair.
We're tight, yeah.
That put him under the spotlight and basically got him voted off. So would he hold that against her? I don't know.
Interesting.
I think he would look at this, because of her story arc, because he played a part in it. A win for Emily, in a weird way, sort of a win for him. So I think, and he's the best salesman of all time. Yeah. I think he would do a really good job of explaining her game. In fact, Emily probably should have left that whole I orchestrated the Bruce thing and maybe have Caleb try and pitch it better, or I guess Bruce talked to Caleb about it, and then maybe Caleb could pitch it. But
totally.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we're not going to see Caleb, get to do that work.
Yeah,
that would've been cool. It'd been really fun. I wonder who he'll pick actually, because my gut says he'll be pretty passionate about whoever he thinks should win the $1 million. And try and make a case for them, help them out in this new open concept.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who's gonna take the lead? Him? Maybe.
I would
mean, Bruce probably a little bit.
Yeah.
He'll love the spotlight.
Yeah. I mean, who will take the lead? In all honesty, whatever one of those or two of the Reba 4.
Right.
Whoever's left over.
That's a good point.
They're gonna have a lot of say in here's what actually so and so knew.
Right.
Here's who actually was leading that. That's gonna be powerful because if everybody looks at them as such a great unit, it's who was in charge or who was calling the shots. Good stuff. Really fun batch of questions there. Love to see it. We're going to take one more pick. When we come back, we'll look at the Make Your Picks Survivor fantasy pool and look ahead to next week on Survivor.
It's the season of giving, and nothing feels quite like giving the perfect gift. That one you're so excited to watch be opened. That new game system. That ticklish stuffed animal. That custom suit from Indochino. Because no gift fits more perfectly than an Indochino suit. They're made to measure and totally customizable with endless options. You can choose your own cut, fabric, lining, and more to create the suit of your dreams at a surprisingly affordable price. I noticed we have the No Dunks holiday dinner on the calendar.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
later this week.
This Friday.
What better way to kick things off than with the exchanging of Indochino suits?
Oh, wow.
Indochino makes getting measured easy, so maybe after we've taken the 10 minutes to set up our measurement profiles, we do a name draw, and you get to customize a suit for whoever you draw. With new colors, fabrics, and outerwear styles, the possibilities are endless. Buttons, vents, pockets, lapels, you pick them all, baby. Oh, I'd love to see what Skeets makes for me. I'd love to see the linings you choose, Skeets.
Oh, it's a little Harry Potter theme inside there, I think.
I may have
Maybe
to
a
go-
little custom pocket for your wand.
Yes, thank you. Thank you indeed. I chose Draco Malfoy's wand. What a spooky guy. Anyways, you can give a perfect fit gift with Indochino. Go to Indochino.com, use code NODUNKS to get 10% off any purchase of $399 or more. That's 10% off at INDOCHINO.com with code NODUNKS.
Some great options for Boys Day, I guess 3.0 at this point, if we were picking them here. John Hennigan, the wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
We got James, the gravedigger.
Oh, yeah.
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 That guy can flex.
Yeah. He's just sitting there. He's flexing. Jeremy, I love that. Malcolm, Mike Holloway.
Yeah.
I love Jesus and beer, somebody said in the chat. JT,
Yep.
Rupert.
I don't know about Rupert. You'd lose control of Rupert. That's the thing.
That'd be awesome.
You go fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine walking into Flavortown or whatever, Guy Fieri's restaurant with Rupert. Like, it would be fine at first, but then you just, every time the server comes over, you'd be like, Rupert,
Oh, I think it'd be awesome.
take it easy, man. I don't know. I would just be nervous with Rupert.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I can't stop imagining walking into Guy Fieri's with Rupert. It's like a dream.
I'm drawing a blank on the guy that was like winning challenges all by himself.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
That's not
Young.
John Hennigan, though.
No, Jonathan
Yeah,
Young,
Jonathan, yes.
John Hennigan.
Oh, Penner's a good one. I'd hang with
Penner's good, yeah.
I mean, like, but that's like, these are two different things. Like, I mean, even some of the guys we were picking, whatever.
Yeah.
If we were really leaning into the Top Gun boys
Sure.
hang, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah.
sort of different than just who we want to hang out. Because I'm with you, Penner. Like Yule, I think would be fascinating.
yeah.
Christian Hubicki would be fascinating.
Oh
Like
my
all these
God,
people
yeah.
that talk about Survivor.
Yeah, but we're not having like homoerotic volleyball on the beach.
no, if we're,
Hubicki, no
if we're doing
offense.
that, we should have James. We should have
Jonathan for sure. Yeah.
Joe? What about Amazing Joe?
Joe, I forgot about Joe.
What about Probst?
Hell yes, Probst.
He would love to be invited to a boys' night.
We would. He'd be like, I hope we don't play basketball. I can't go left.
He could get our water.
Okay, make your picks. Chris from MYP, he wanted to note, Mama J received points for acquiring an advantage because she claimed the idol as her own, which is different than holding on to it for an alliance member to avoid knowledge's power. Mama J went rogue and earned points.
Yes, she did.
Okay, yeah, you were very happy about this.
Yeah.
JD, you got a lot of points you said last night.
Yeah, hold on, I'm bringing it up.
Where you ranking?
I'm ranked 237. I was deep in the
Wow.
freezing
Gee.
last week, so
Represent.
Impressive,
yeah.
actually.
So last week, Julie got 33 points. One episode, 33 points.
Wow.
Come on.
So,
That's nice.
yep, it's great.
How did anybody have the correct person going home in Emily? Did anybody pick Emily? Wow.
No.
Yeah,
I picked Julie.
I picked D.
She got a ton of votes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I picked D and Austin. I used an extra vote.
Look at
and
you
I was
playing the
wrong.
game
You
over
gotta play the game, guys. You play those advantages.
Okay.
It's the only way.
So next time on Survivor, Austin talks about the Reba 4 disaster and how Julie and Drew are at war. And we get a shot of Drew throwing the lid to the pot like a frisbee.
Chucking it.
That thing's heavy, man. Is he that pissed off?
It's either that or, well, it didn't go very far, so I
no.
assume it's heavy.
Oh, it's heavy.
Is
One of
it?
those big cast iron
Yeah.
pots, I would assume it weighs a ton. But okay, they're at war, so here we go.
Cool.
Katurah and Jake, they talk about blindsiding somebody. They do a cool little handshake. Come on, guys. There's a lot of talk with you two, okay? Especially Jake.
want to play the game.
Just do something, anything, try anything at this point.
Yeah.
Jake says he's a wolf in goat's clothing. This really confused Nora watching this. She's like, what?
I thought that was, yeah.
What? Does he mean sheep's clothing? I'm like, no, he actually
because
means
he's talking about
goat
goat.
clothing because a goat in Survivor is someone that's
Yeah.
taken to the end because they're an easy
Right.
person to beat. I think he actually meant it. I don't think that's the 2.6 coming through there. I think
Yeah, I think he nailed it.
Yeah,
So he says that, and Dee talks about not letting her emotions get in the way of $1 million. So call your shot, guys. We are down to the final 2 episodes. We are down to 6 people. We have 4 of the Reba 4 still here, and Katurah and Jake. Who are you picking for next week, Trey Kirby?
Austin still has an idol, right?
Sure
Still
does.
good.
Sure does.
At final 6, so not him.
That's right. Yes, that's a great point.
And I guess Drew was kind of the captain of going after Julie. I mean, you maybe would say Emily, but she's not around. Drew, at least the number 2 involved there. So I think I'm going to toss a vote on Drew, I do believe.
I like it. I do like the thinking here. My gut says it's a Reba going.
Yeah,
So I
agree.
So then it can't be Austin.
Why not? He could.
Could he give it to Could he
Dee.
give his necklace to Dee?
It'll be a real necklace after the show.
Yeah. I just don't think he's gonna go. So
I agree,
I do
yeah.
think it's Julie or Drew. That's who I'm tossing and
Okay,
between the 2.
pick one. You have to.
You know what? I'm gonna go Julie.
I'm going Drew.
Okay. So 2 Drews and a Julie. Mm-hmm. We think Katurah and Jake survive again, eh? Especially Jake.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
all of them kind of want to sit next to them.
Yeah.
Little do they know they would be sitting next to 2 lawyers.
That's right. It's going to come back to bite him in the ass. Oh, man. Who's going to win immunity? I guess is a big part of this, too.
Yeah.
Who's winning it? What is it? We don't even know. That's what makes this fun. All right.
What do we got? 2 episodes left?
Yeah,
2
man.
eps left.
I mean, we're going to have a super long episode 2 weeks from now.
Right.
So that's when we're going to go into the final episode with, in theory, 5 people.
Right.
And then a whole lot of people get bounced. And JD, I like your theory, man, that it's
Right.
not a fire-making challenge. It'll be fun. They threw us for a loop.
Threw it on their
Threw us
heads.
for a loop. It's
Yeah.
sort of, you loop in that thing
That's
a little
right.
bit, don't you? Interesting. We'll see. Guys, let's call it there. Really fun breaking down episode 11 of Survivor 45. Thank you to everybody for joining us live here in the Live Tribe on YouTube. Smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Podcast listeners, leave us a 5-star rating and review. Until next week, the tribe has spoken.